Hi everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Eva, I'm from Grandvisio and we help people manage their land more efficiently, and I'm really excited about today's video because it's gonna be about prepping your garden. Before we go any further, I just want to quickly show you how the bed that we're going to plant this second season, winter season, looks like, and how the soil structure looks like after what we have done to the bed to improve it. Alright, so this is the bed that we've cleaned up. Here we were growing tomatoes, beetroots and radishes. They are all gone. It's 15th of September. So basically we're gonna plant it with new veggies. It was covered with mulch consisting of straw and hay, but just wanted to show you how the soil looks like. It's really crumbly. You could go several centimeters down. It's basically just really beautiful. And the reason why it's important to achieve this soil structure is because the roots of your plants will have an easier job growing. And if they will have an easier job growing in a really nice structured soil, that means they will be healthy and they will be producing more proteins instead of carbohydrates. The reason why this is so important is because if the plants aren't healthy and if they produce more carbohydrates, it means more bugs will be coming to eat them. So that's why it's so important to work with the soil structure. I mean, look at this, it's so beautiful, so crumbly. It's not perfect yet because it's just our first year here, so we will aim to have a darker color, but it's not too bad at all. What we will have to do here is to add more compost, like about that amount, and we'll be ready to plant new veggies. And later in the season you add more compost and you also add mulch, which decomposes. It gives the soil even more nutrients, so it's basically perfect. So all you have to do in the very beginning is to create good conditions, and I think the best way to do it without digging the soil is to create a sort of lasagna bed. Alright, so as you can see, this is the bed that has barely any good structure. It's a bit different to the bed I showed you. For example, as you can see, there are clumps like that. It's not good. This bed needs more work to it, but it's really important that we don't dig bad. All we did last year was loosened the bed like that with the spade, just a little bit to give the soil some air. But if you dig like really badly, you destroy microorganisms and earthworms that are so important for healthy plants and everything. So we don't dig. Instead, we do a technique called lasagna gardening. It is about layering materials. Just like you do a lasagna, you layer certain ingredients, and at the end you just cover it with plastic and let it bake on the sun. It's a really great technique, and if you're from countries where you don't grow any veggies in winter, I mean, this method is perfect because you could just lay down ingredients and let it do its magic for before the spring comes. When spring comes, so after several months of, you know, baking of those ingredients, underneath you will have a fluffy, rich, darker soil. So, you know, it's such a great thing to do. So yeah, let's get into it. First, we're gonna lay down some cardboard, and this is for carbon, an important ingredient for your plants. Okay, we will be working just on that square because I don't know if we have enough ingredients around here for all the layers. So after the cardboard layer, you would want to put some compost on it. It doesn't have to be like ready compost. It can be a little unfinished, because the whole ingredients will be interacting, and you know, it will decompose over time anyway. So yeah, that's the compost. As you can see, it's not ready yet, but that's fine. This is just to keep the cardboard in place, and yeah. Before you lay compost down, it's good to wet the cardboard so it decomposes yeah, more easily. Just like that. Right. That's enough. And after we've got that brown material, we're gonna put some green material, and it could be anything from kitchen scraps, discarded fruits, grass clippings, weeds, anything green. So after green material, we're gonna have a brown material, but not cardboard. We can use leaves, we can use hay, we can use pine needles, basically brown. So a little bit more. So it's going to be around 2 inches of brown material and 4 inches of green material. So I think that's about it. And next we're going to put green material again. And then I've got some leaves ready. Thank you, Slavek. He's behind the scenes helping me. It would be good if you had a shredder just to make it smaller, but because these leaves are dry, that's fine, they will decompose. It will take some time, probably 3 months in this climate. Oh, these are bay leaves. Smells so good. Full of minerals. Good for soups, sauces, and lasagna garden beds as well. Maybe a little bit more. And now a green material. So we're gonna use discarded fruits. Beautiful. Some figs and apples. And I think I can add just a little bit of green just to top it up slightly. Beautiful, another brown layer. Perfect. Green material. Normally I would tell you to water each layer. However, we had some rain, so everything is kind of wet already, so we don't need much water. We're just gonna put some water on top, and I think that's about the height that is enough. Obviously the materials will shrink and you know, the bed will be smaller in height, but I think that height is great to start with. So okay, a little bit water, just slightly, and I'm being told that we can use one more layer. This is wet cardboard. It's a leftover from one project, so we can use it here. Look, it's so wet and nice, but still it's a brown that we need for carbon. So yeah, perfect, perfect indeed. Okay, so we're done with our layers on a demonstration square of this bed. We will do exactly the same on the whole row, and once we're done, we will put on top that amount of layer of compost, and we will cover the whole bed with plastic sheet, and we'll cover it with stones and bricks. So that all the ingredients are baking nicely. There's no need to disassemble it like you do with compost from time to time. You just leave it. If you want to plant it straight away, you could, but you have to put a substantial amount of topsoil or compost, because when your plants will grow, obviously their roots will need some space. And last year in spring, when we moved here, we wanted to do a similar thing really quickly. We thought we put enough topsoil on our lasagna bed. We had loads of leaves and everything, and you know, the plants didn't grow too well because they didn't have room inside. The roots just didn't have anything to drink because there were just not properly decomposed materials underneath, so just be careful with that. But when we left those beds and started planting this spring, so after about 8 months, oh, they were so good. The soil was so fluffy, so nice to work with. Better than in the bed that I have showed you today. So it's something worth doing, and you know, you don't have to dig. You just do it once, then you plant your bed, add a bit of compost later on in the season, keep adding mulch, and that's it. You don't have to weed. You just come to the garden to harvest. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little demonstration. If you have any questions, just comment below the video and I will get back to you. And yeah, if you got value out of this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.